TE offers a growing portfolio of interconnect products for the lighting industry, particularly because of the explosive growth in LED lighting. These applications are going to require wire-to-wire and wire-to-board connections. LEDs were initially only cost-effective as indicator lights on electronic devices, but technologies progressed to the point where they're an efficient, energy-efficient source of lighting. They can be packaged as either discrete chips on a chipboard, chip-on-board (COB), or they can be either discretely surface-mounted or as a chip-on-board (COB) LED example. Surface-mount LED chips in strip lighting applications come in various sizes. They're described as 50-50, where 50-50 refers to the size of each square. The LED that's shown right here at the top, right here, has 3 diodes for every housing. There's a red, a green, and a blue, which translates to 3 circuits. Each of those circuits requires an input and an output connection, so there's a total of 6 total contacts. Here, they're soldered directly to the printed circuit board. Down at the bottom is the chip-on-board LED. It provides high concentrated light. It also produces a concentrated amount of heat, and it's typically mounted along with a heat sink. The reason why there's been such phenomenal growth in LEDs is that they're much more energy efficient. There's many opportunities for TE in LED, or as it's known also, solid state lighting, from street lighting to signage to architectural, stadium lighting, indoor lighting, emergency lighting, office, and refrigeration. Think of when you go to the grocery store, you may have seen they've replaced all of the lighting in their refrigerated section with LED lighting. So there's probably other applications or segments of the business where you could use LEDs, but this is a pretty comprehensive list. The images around the image to the right, the blue box, call out some of the main connection opportunities related to LED lighting, along with associated TE products. So there's going to be the main control is going to require relays and switches. The driver is going to require terminal blocks, headers, switches, passives, filters. The power, how are you going to get power to the unit, to the light? TE has 5 families that you can see right there, from Nectar to Light and Lock to Slim Seal to cool splice and cable assemblies. For the actual LED, TE offers the LumaWise product family, LED holders, optical clips, poke-in connectors to connect to your building wiring. We have passives that would find applications for that on the LED light as well. The top left image shows a heat sink, a chip-on-board LED, a lens holder, a lens clip that TE manufactures, and then a lens. TE doesn't manufacture or sell our heat sink, the chip-on-board LED, nor do we sell the lens. How this works is the chip-on-board plugs into the chip-on-board holder that's shown here in white, and then wire can be poked into the chip-on-board connector. It's a solderless electrical connection. The poke-in receptacles are integrated into the holder, and it eliminates the need to hand solder or even machine solder the chip-on-board into the holder. And then the other components, such as the heat sink, the lens, are mounted onto the LED holder. Here you can see a couple of the different solutions which TE has for the chip on board, the LED chip on board. They're all customizable. It's a flexible product platform to give reliable power connection and be able to contain a heat sink. Applications for this type of product, the LumaWise product and the chip on board, downlights, spotlights, track lights that you may have in your home. It's available in very low profile versions. There's versions which allow for optical attachments. So it's pretty simple. You can see how it all snapped together. The sockets are mechanically secure and electrically connect the LED to the luminaire without the need to solder. Sockets allow the LED to be directly attached to a printed circuit board or a heat sink using just standard screws. They have multiple connection points, accept optics, include fast attachment features, and provide proper orientation of the chip. LED driver functionality was designed into the Z50 product family, or Z50 LED holder. LEDs work on DC power at a rather low voltage, usually between 2 and 4 volts. Because of that, they require something to convert AC from your household or grid into DC for them, and also something to keep them protected from power surges, which may occur on your electrical lines. The LED driver acts not only as an electrical inverter, current management system, but it also provides the needed electrical buffer. Incorporating the driver functionality into the holder, LED holder, means there's no external driver to take up space or to detract from the aesthetics of the light fixture. Down at the bottom in the lower left, you can see external drivers with the X's crossed out. If we incorporate that capability within our LED holder, it looks much better. The finished product looks much better, much nicer. If mounted, let's say, into your kitchen or into one of the rooms of your house. That's the LumaWise product family is basically the heart of the LED application for the specific lighting that we've already talked about, those specific lighting areas that we've already talked about. Now we're going to take a look at some of the different types of connectors as far as wiring up an entire system. TE is manufacturing or has introduced modular release poke-in wire connectors. They're for wire-to-board applications, and it's much easier to use this type of a connector than to hand solder the house wire or the building wire onto a printed circuit board. All you have to do is poke the wire, strip the wire, and then poke it into the connector housing. Very simple, 18 to 22 gauge. You can see it's 1 to 4 positions. The color coding is available for to help ease of installation. They're very small, low profile. This would be a simple solution for customers if they just in other industries for a wire-to-board application. TE manufactures something known as the inverted through-board interconnect family. They enable power delivery from the underside of a printed circuit board and the LED arrays. Why is that important? Well, if you were to mount the chip and you had the chip on board, which is illuminating something, and then you had connectors on the top side of the printed circuit board, they would cast shadows and they would block some of the light which is being emitted. So the inverted through board connectors are a solution. They allow wire management issues to not impede the light and create shadows. TE offers an inverted card edge driver printed circuit board. See those right here, where you can attach almost in a mother-daughter type of configuration from the underside of the board. It's capable of handling 3 amps per contact. We have inverted wire poke-in connectors, which would be mounted here in the middle, and the wire comes up from the bottom side. We have high power connectors, capable of handling 7 amps per contact, available in 2 to 4 positions. They enter upwards to the bottom of the printed circuit board and be a wire to board disconnect. So if your customer has in any industry, an appliance or industrial, they have a need to get power or connect another board from behind, this could certainly be a product family which would be of interest to them. The IDC SSL connector is a feed to and feed through connector. It uses insulation displacement so you don't have to crimp the wire. It's for quick toolless termination of discrete wires onto a printed circuit board. It's available up to 4 positions at 8 amps. It's color coded to the size of the wire that's going to be used. You just insert the unstripped wire. Once it's inserted, you just close it with a pair of pliers. The next product that we have for installation wiring is the hermaphroditic blade and receptacle connectors. They provide power to the first LED printed circuit board and then connect the printed circuit boards in a string of rigid printed circuit board light strips. The connectors are hermaphroditic. That means that they mate to themselves, both horizontally or vertically. They have an current operating of 6 amps. Because they're hermaphroditic, there's only one part that the customer needs to purchase. So they're doubling their volume for the application, and they're eliminating a part number from their system. There's also a miniature hermaphroditic version. It's low profile surface mount equivalent, designed to provide power between adjacent linear boards. It's available in 2, 4, and 6 position versions with a maximum current rating of 3 amps. Some applications would be in architectural and sign lighting, retail and display lighting, fluorescent LED lighting under cabinets or in furniture. Would be available for applications in thermostats, vending machines, anywhere that you have to connect 2 small boards. Screw down terminal blocks and poke-in terminal blocks with a press to release mechanism are 2 common ways wire to board solutions that are used to connect drivers in a system. TE's vertical screwless solution for ballast has also been repositioned as an economical LED driver wire to board solution. Here you can see the modular screwless connectors, which is a wire to board. It's used in LED drivers, HVAC control boards, thermostats. It's essentially a terminal block. It looks a little bit different, Raphael, than Intralec, but it's a terminal block. It's available in 2 to 6 and 2 to 8 top and side poke-in wire entry for 10 amp maximum. It's color coded. You just poke the wire in and then cam it shut. Here you can see inline and vertical screwless wire connectors. You insert the stripped wire. You insert the stripped wire here where the funnel is shown. The wire enters into the cavity and won't pull out because it's captured by this mechanical contact. It's rated at 6 amps, and it eliminates the need to hand solder or fixture and wave solder wires directly to a printed circuit board. You may have installed a light in your home or a ceiling fan in your house, and you used electrical tape and some simple twist nuts to insulate the 2 wires that you were joining, the blacks, the whites, and the ground. TE makes it and sells a collection of wire-to-wire connectors, from simple commodity wire nuts to one-piece releasable flex grip and to the light and lock family. Here you can see the twist grip family. That's a commodity item. I can go to the local hardware store and buy those a few cents each. They're capable of 12 to 22 gauge, 12 to 30 amp current rating. The push grip connectors that are shown on the right is an insulated splice connector for electrical installation industries. It's available in 2 to 6 positions, and you just poke in the wire. They're color coded for easy identification. It's a very simple process to complete. You don't have to worry about the nut falling off the stripped wires when with the twist grip falling off the wires, nor do you have to insulate with electrical tape after you've twisted them together. Here's a product family known as Light and Lock. It's a 2-position poke-in wire-to-wire product solution for toolless. The part that you push your wire into the back of the housing, it's terminated, and then the 2 halves of the connectors will mate together with a friction lock. It's also available with with polarization to make sure that you're mating properly. It's rated at 18 gauge 3 amps, and for 22 gauge a 4 amp max. If you add a latch to them, then you have the latching light and lock poke-in connector solution shown at the bottom. That would be capable of handling up to 8 amps with 16 gauge wire. Not all lighting is located indoors. Outdoor lighting like traffic lights, street lights, parking garages are subject to harsh environments and often require a sealed connection. The sealed connections TE sells into the lighting market are not exclusive to lighting applications. They're an offering of wire-to-wire and wire-to-board interconnect solutions that could fit in other industries as well. The Slim Seal SSL, for Slim Seal solid state lighting connectors, are low-profile single-row connectors. They're for free hanging applications, wire-to-wire and wire-to-board interconnects available in up to 4 positions. The current rating is 5 amps. They're polarized. There's an integral positive latch. The seals are already incorporated into the housings, and they have an IP67 sealing rating. Other customers that have expressed interest in this are from ICT, as well as motorcycle manufacturer Harley-Davidson. There's a Slim Seal miniature connector. It has a smaller contact center line than Slim Seal SSL. Its center line is 2.5 millimeters versus 3.5 millimeters, but it's still capable of operating up to 5 amps. It's a wire-to-wire crimp snap-in connector with IP67 sealing. TE manufactures a product called Cool Splice. It's an insulation displacement wire-to-wire connection. Cool Splice has been sold into 54 different industries, including HVAC, industrial equipment, automotive, and farm equipment. hasn't made it into to Sean's industries in medical yet, but who knows, maybe sometime. It's color coded. It goes from, it's red, blue, yellow, and green, so that you can rest assured of the wire that's supposed to be inserted into it. It's 12 to 18 gauge, 5 amps, 20 gauge, 5 amps, and 22 gauge, 3.5 amps. It's sealed to IP20, IPX5, IPX7, and IPX8. And it has, the X represents dust.
To help meet today's need to develop a quicker, more reliable, and ergonomically friendly alternative to traditional crimp terminal and housing termination systems, TE Connectivity presents Cool Splice connectors. Elegantly combining reliability with ease of termination, Cool Splice connectors are splices that have been designed to connect discrete wires for a wide variety of applications, from indoor and outdoor lighting to HVAC, security systems, and many other electrical installations. Developed for splicing both solid and stranded wires, Cool Splice connectors are gel-filled and IP-rated to protect connections in wet, damp, and outdoor environments. The design permits quick push-button terminations that help to eliminate the need to pre-strip the wire and uses only a common pair of pliers while still providing an industry-proven reliable connection. And for ease of use, wires are terminated independently, allowing for the factory pre-termination of one wire and field termination of the second during installation. And now, the Cool Splice connector portfolio has been expanded to include connectors suitable for larger wire sizes. Enabling a wide range of wire sizes, the Cool Splice portfolio of connectors is able to splice solid and stranded wires from as small as 22 gauge all the way up to 12 gauge. And the connectors for 22 gauge to 18 gauge can fit through an opening or PVC tube as narrow as 16 millimeters in diameter. To permit visual inspection, the Cool Splice connector's body is manufactured using a clear material. The line of sight advantage enables the confirmation of a proper termination and helps to distinguish between the standard and sealed product. Additionally, for the Cool Splice large wire series, red, yellow, and blue color-coded termination buttons take the guesswork out of matching wire sizes to the appropriate connector. TE Connectivity's Cool Splice connectors offer a waterproof solution with IP-rated connector. Quick and easy installation without wire stripping or special tools. Easy factory and field termination with independent push buttons. Cool Splice connectors from TE Connectivity. Want to learn more? Contact your TE representative or distributor today.
In a power-consuming world, speed and ease of installation are key benefits of a reliable power system, and TE Connectivity offers the ideal solution. The Nectar M unsealed power system is a fully pluggable, modular wiring connector and cabling system for lighting and permanent electrical installations for the construction industry. The system is a complete portfolio that includes free-hanging and panel mount connectors, printed circuit board headers, splitters, and cable assemblies in a small circular design that is offered in sealed versions.
The Nectar M unsealed power system is designed to give electrical contract manufacturers the ability to engineer, design, and build power distribution units, electrical devices, and cable assemblies off-site. This adds significant value to the customer by reducing on-site labor costs, increasing efficiency, and improving reliability. Reconfigurable, plug-and-play functionality offers customers a great alternative to traditional hardwired electrical connections for energy-efficient lighting and power distribution. The system is a global platform, meeting both IEC 61535 European standards for permanent electrical installations in the construction industry and UL 1977 North America standards for use in data, signal control, and power applications. Compared to rectangular connectors, Nectar M products have a circular form factor that takes up less space and simplifies routing during installation. We offer these connectors in 3, 5, 6, and 7 positions to address power, data, and control requirements. Based on input from our customers, we designed the Nectar M system with positive locking and multiple keying options to help eliminate cabling errors and allow for rapid, risk-free installations. These features offer our customers a single quality connector platform for all power requirements while reducing installation time, on-site labor costs, and overall waste.
The Nectar M unsealed power system offers customers a space and time-saving alternative to hardwire connector systems used in similar applications, and offers the ability to have a fast, configurable plug-and-play electrical installation system, connecting power and data. Easy, fast, compact. Nectar M Power Systems. Want to learn more? Contact your TE representative or distributor today. TE Connectivity. Every connection counts.
So some of the features and benefits that you just heard about, Nectar M standard and sealed power system is positive locking. There's keying available. It's available in 3, 5, 6, and 7 positions. It's between 10 and 28 and 20 amp rated system. It's a wire-to-wire and wire-to-board solution for the customer. There's 2 different types of contacts that can be used. There's one is the standard crimp contact, and then secondly, there's a screw clamp where you screw a clamping screw to accept 14 to 18 gauge wire. The standard 3-position shell and the 5, 6, and 7-position shell connectors have one contact, which is designated as PE. This is intended to be a ground contact and is positioned within the housing so that the PE contact, when in mating, pin and socket connectors make connection first, and upon breaking, they break last. So it's a make first, break last type of a contact that's incorporated into it in one position. The Nectar S is a small power to luminaire connector designed to meet the lighting's needs for a compact, easy to install interconnect solution. It's available in sealed and unsealed applications. Targeted applications include lighting wiring in offices, kitchens, display cabinets, furniture, and as I mentioned before, refrigerated lighting. How many of you have gone to, and since it's Europe, to Aldi or Lidl and seen the freezer sections and the lighting that they use in there? That would be, that's all been transformed in the past 5 years from incandescent into LED lighting, and that's where a lot of the Nectar applications grew, where the product family grew. So that gives you an idea of a practical application we probably have seen. The LumaWise family of products for outdoor lighting control, LumaWise receptacles and accessories, and the LumaWise Endurance N and S products. By leveraging our core capabilities of molding, stamping, plating, and assembly, TE can deliver a full mechanical solution for street lighting controls. Utilities require sophisticated controls such as dimming capability on their streetlights in order to provide greater safety and reduced energy consumption. Streetlights are the largest lighting growth opportunity for the industrial business unit. Approximately 23% of conventional street lighting is currently being converted to LED globally. These are dimming receptacles. They're pre-terminated with wire leads. They're to an ANSI standard for dimmable photocells. That's what the layout, how the layout is, and the orientation of the contacts. The 3 center contacts provide power. The outer 2 or 4 signal contacts accommodate a dimming interface control known as DALI, D-A-L-I. That stands for Digital Addressable Lighting Interface. Think of the dimming receptacle as the I/O connection on a street light that receives a control module. There's a rotatable version that allows the control module to be rotated 355 degrees to orient with north, so that it can sense the amount of light during the day or during night. It provides electrical and mechanical interconnect between the photo control cell and the luminaire. The controlled lighting should scale its output so that at 10 volts, the controlled light should be at 100% of its potential output, and at 0 volts, it should be at 0% output or off. So here's another video from Alex.
Today we're going to talk about some of the applications or the connectors that are used in street lighting. Of course, with the new ANSI 136.41 standard, it requires these LED street lights not just to be on or off, but because they have the capability of dimming, they wanted that functionality built into the photo controls. We at TE, we first developed our standard dimming receptacle, basically a 7 or 5 pin receptacle that can be used for that type of application, but it can only be rotated 180 degrees. Shortly thereafter, a year later, we launched our rotatable version of the dimming receptacle. It's a 2-piece assembly which allows full rotation, 355-degree rotation of the dimming receptacle, so the photo node could be pointed due north in any type of street area, roadway lighting situation.
So the enhanced base is power management for the photo cell or photo control that's built around it. Customization comes through the OEM stacking their in-house design printed circuit board on top of the base and adding a cover to seal it. Through TE's pre-assembled LumaWise Endurance and base, customers can add capability, reduce cost to their unit. What you have here pictured is a NEMA base assembly with integrated AC/DC power supply, surge protection, relays with switching control, and energy metering interface. And this is a saleable part that TE can sell to your customer. And they can then just add their boards or any other functionality that they want into it. The LumaWise Endurance S is for DC receptacles that accept pluggable sensor modules, basically embedded electronics that can sense, collect, and analyze data from the surrounding area. Applications are for photo controls, obviously. It's a 4-position receptacle with poke-in wires to connect. It would be placed on top of the luminaire, on top of the pole. In addition to the various connectors referenced in this beginning product overview, TE also offers the relays, switches, and filters that are well positioned within the lighting architecture. So that gives you a summary of the lighting products. I think that there are applications outside of lighting for some of these products, especially the terminal block type products, the poke-ins, and the splices that you saw.